Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRBmedia.
The voice of the community.
Really?
Well, I was harmonizing.
That wasn't. I'm gonna need your tone deaf.
That was.
You're going to insult me on the air.
Dude, friends let friends know. I won't let nobody else.
Let them determine.
I'm going to talk about him. Don't y'all talk about him.
Because see,
that's my
there's
job.
people out there like that you bang guy from American Idol.
Right.
He tone deaf. So to him, I'm like Luther. Shoot, you can't tell me nothing. I'm just I'm all in. He's like, oh, that boy can sing. You know, sexual chocolate. So there are those out there that believe.
But there was a disclaimer. When he came out and introduced himself, we knew that it would be hilarious. You didn't give a warning. You didn't throw up a flare gun or anything.
They have to figure it out on their own.
But that's why I just, you know what, do it again.
You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRBmedia.
The voice of the community.
Thank you so very much.
Yes.
You like that bass better, don't you? You know.
I actually was every now and then a falsetto will work out. It works better for John Legend and Adam Levine. But hey, don't let me get in your way.
Exactly. I'm gonna be the next legend. He got what? A Emmy, a Grammy,
EGOT. He's an EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
That's right. That's gonna be me one day.
He got it.
I'm so happy.
Why are you so happy?
I like John Legend.
Family. We have Sherri here on the microphone, and she's a real estate guru. So anything with regards to real estate, buying, selling, investing, she's the one
Big
to go
homes,
to.
little homes, dog house, cat house, outhouse,
Bird house.
Raggedy house.
That's right. Raggedy.
We buy ugly houses.
We buy. That's
sell
right. We buy ugly houses.
But you can't say that phrase. It's trademarked. I was a home investor, franchisee, and we would sue people like you for saying that phrase, especially on the air. Because we buy ugly homes, it's trademarked.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a whole legal department.
We buy aesthetically challenged homes. That's how you do it.
You better cook this
buy
out.
aesthetically
challenged.
Had a whole legal
Sherri's
department.
not trying to get sued.
It was so funny though, because they would let us know that if you hear anybody infringing upon the trademark, let the legal department know. So we protected our interest or whatever.
Right.
So we sent in emails and stuff all day.
Here
and
you
they
go.
getting ceased.
Scratch that.
All that. And,
I buy houses in any condition.
okay.
There you go.
I want a pretty house.
Well, you can get a pretty house.
I got you covered.
I don't want an aesthetically challenged house. I want a pretty house.
Now, before or after? Because you can take aesthetically challenged
And make it pretty.
really pretty.
Exactly.
This is true.
I've really done some good stuff with the whole
flipping.
marble and
Yeah.
the Corian and just really some.
I had a
I just want
roommate.
pretty,
She
period.
bought a $80,000 house. Her and her husband. They're literally. Let me tell y'all. I don't know who started it or what they intended, but everything known to mankind is on YouTube. They
Yes,
flipped
it is.
their whole house YouTube
They
style.
are DIYers.
Yes, complete. And they took their time. They just had two small kids. They weren't trying to live the chase after the Joneses, but they flipped the house one room at a time, did the landscaping and everything, bought the house for $80,000 and sold it, I would think, for like $320,000.
Did they add more rooms?
They took the garage and turned it into a room, an office, rec, studio, theater type room, like put the big TV and stuff in it, and then even built an overhead room, like a loft, I guess it is. Yeah, not like a close in, but like a loft area over that.
Right.
Added on, same thing. The landscaping, the backyard was flat and plain. They brought in like dirt and shrubbery and fenced it in, and it had a good amount of land on it and stuff. But once they did all of that, they turned around, flipped it, took the equity and profit, and then bought another one and got ready to do the same thing.
That was a
pretty cool.
serious
It took them
ROI.
it took them about, it was less than 10 years, but they weren't in a hurry. That's what they wanted to do. They knew that would be
Their profit.
how they get the money to get the home. that they raise their children in. So.
And that's the benefit of real estate because it's an investment, it's for savings, and cycles come around and they go around. So you said it was a 10-year project? It took them about
it took
10
them
years?
about 10 years.
There were some business
Renovated,
cycles.
sell it high.
Yeah, exactly.
And they didn't, like winter, they didn't do anything, you
Right.
know, but when it came to ripping it, and I mean, everything, the floors, the windows, they redid the roof. They did have somebody come in and do that.
Right.
The kitchen was probably the biggest change ever because the house was small, so it was just a little regular walk-in, you know, kind of tight kitchen. They gutted that and they took part of the garage and used that space to expand the kitchen, so it became that open floor plan, and then put in the granite and the double ovens and all of that stuff.
Kitchens and bathrooms are very important in upgrading a home.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They did. They were.
And lighting
They're key.
fixtures.
Yes. Yes.
They
That
did.
is so true.
They did. So
Now, she's in real estate.
Yeah.
So she's sitting around all day. So she driving,
Yeah.
or she's sitting behind a desk.
Right.
And she's filling out paperwork and contracts and listings and that kind of stuff. So she may not get able to, she doesn't,
Have the
her lifestyle
opportunity,
is not, she don't dig ditches for a living type thing.
Right. Right.
So
it's not manual.
you're in fitness.
Yeah.
So from a fitness perspective, what can people like people like me do? Because I pretty much sit all day. I don't dig ditches either. The whole big pile of thing.
Well, I mean,
Get with that.
there might be some dirt out here. You might could go.
You gonna hire somebody to do that? When I met Dr. Biz, the first thing he said was, "These hands, they don't do labor. They reach into pockets and pay people to do labor." I was like, "Well, thanks for letting me know."
Oh, okay, thanks.
Go up front. That's
Expectation management.
Right.
Yeah.
So
least you
you're
know what
saying
you're getting yourself
burpees
into.
are out, or I am your trainer, so trying to say you not flipping a tire, so you're gonna
Doesn't sound
hire
like
somebody,
Dumbbell for me, please.
right?
Yeah, that's what he's gonna have.
Because we, you know, all the mud races and the
yeah.
Tough Mudders and stuff. He was
See,
like,
put him on there.
that's why he started these on the ground to do what?
He'll hire somebody to run a
Like
race.
do a burpee, but like that's a squat. He was like, "You want me on the ground?" Pshaw. So,
Yeah.
but
Stylist would say.
bless her heart. So what would you recommend for Sherri since there's no hope for Dr. Biz?
So just for you, like I give up on you.
Right. Just
Jump.
speak encouragement to him.
Look at that. Look, it's going on. Yeah, see?
You on Papa Button?
I got a little something
Would that be
going on.
considered twerking?
Yeah,
Twerk in
for a
your
man.
chest.
Chest twerk.
Yeah.
Chest twerk.
Chest twerking. Yeah.
Just twerking.
Yeah.
All right.
Broke out in a sweat doing them too. Can we turn it?
it?
Woo.
Take all the blood and put it right where.
God forbid we tell you give us 5 more sets. You pass out.
Oh my goodness. Cut your exercise for the day. You're good to go.
Good. I'm good. That's right. 5 seconds.
P90 next. And not
One
Chill.
sweat.
Exactly.
One drop of sweat.
One drop.
And then he's like, all right, I'm going back inside and sit at my desk.
Yeah.
Somebody fan me.
Quickly.
He'll be carrying around a portable fan.
Right. No, you know the misters, I actually have them. My niece runs track. And I found the greatest gift next to salvation. It was a spray bottle with an automatic fan. So when you're sitting outside and it's battery operated and you're watching the game, and it gives you a light mist.
That's
So
awesome.
it is the best ever. Like people are all, we don't even know folks and they're like this at the track meet. We're like, can I help you? No,
They're like,
I'm waiting for that. Yeah. Or they're sitting behind you like, oh.
That's how you win friends and influence people.
right.
No, that's how you make money. They be like $5 a squirt.
Right. Or have a whole bunch of them on hand.
Exactly.
And then sell them. I don't even remember where I got it from, but I got
$50 a
two.
thing. $50 a thing. They'd be like,
That's right.
okay, here
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. On them hot track days when it's no awning or nothing like
You gotta sit
that.
out there all day.
All day. And she runs 3 different heats, 3 different events. So it's not. I'm like, can she do hers first? Can we?
In the morning and like 6 o'clock, you know, when it's
like,
still
soon as
dark.
I'd be like, hey, I don't know where y'all was at, but y'all forfeited. We already ran. She already jumped. We won.
Right.
We going home.
We going home.
We going. People like, the judges ain't even out here yet. I recorded everything.
It's good they can just rewatch it.
Just press rewind.
Anybody beat her time, call us back. But right now, that's what we go with. That's it. So, but Amanda, I'm sorry.
So the first thing I always suggest to everybody is to, even though you're not up and moving and you're living a more of a sedentary lifestyle, still watch your diet and understand that you can't just go eat cheeseburgers all the time or go eat fried food or go through the drive-through, because, you know, you're looking out for your whole health. So that's living longer, being able to run around with your kids. You know, diet plays a part in your heart health and the health of your organs and the way that you breathe. And it, you know, if you have a bad diet, you're more susceptible to diseases, you know, heart disease, something like that. And so high blood pressure, things like that, which can, you know, limit your life in general. So that's what I always suggest to people first.
So no more pork rinds.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. I love pork rinds. Yes, I do. I love pork rinds. When I was like little, like 2 or 3, we would go to flea markets and I would always get the pork rinds. And so from like when I was young.
I want to wipe my tongue.
I love the pork rinds. No, he hates them. Like, I love them.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't like them either. I don't even like the smell.
Yeah.
You put some hot sauce on it.
Well, I like the fresh ones. I don't like the ones in the bags. Like in the grocery store, I like the fresh ones.
I'm told that they're a heart attack waiting to happen.
They are. And that's why I limit them. I don't eat them all the time.
Look, she eat them while doing sit-ups. So, you know.
Yeah, so we're good. Like
come up,
work them off
Hey,
while
we're
you-
good. And then from there, you know, second, that's a great strategy. Maybe once a year, you know.
So you go to a bad restaurant, they be like, would you like a booth at table? I be like, I like an open space. I plan on getting there all you can eat, so I'm going to
Right, so I need a whole big space.
And you got your sweatband on and your tennis shoes, and like, all right, choose that first. Let's go.
Like, go run a circle around the thing. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to sit down for a minute. Run a circle.
Right.
That's high intensity training, right?
Right.
High intensity interval training. HIIT training.
Yeah. And so everything's good in moderation. Moderate.
Even potted meat.
Do what?
No.
Even potted meat.
Don't eat potted
No.
meat at all.
Scrapple.
No.
Don't eat any of
And
that.
pig brains.
Oh.
No,
Well,
cow
I
brains.
mean,
Cow brains.
Oxtails.
I mean,
They
if that's
sell
your
cow
thing,
brains.
like, have at it.
What
I don't
tongue
know.
is that? Is that a cow tongue?
It's a cow tongue that they sell. Yeah.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I saw that in the
know,
store, and
just
I
thinking
want
that.
you to know when I saw that, like I was like I
No,
I can't tell you, it was big as my arm, and I
Ew.
just
And
sat there. Yes,
like this high
I
off the
could
table.
not move.
No, thank
My
you.
mother cooked it years ago. I mean, rolling back years ago.
I
like
forgive
when
her.
I was less than 10 years old. My mother, and we didn't know what it was, my sister and brother. But
You
she
ate it?
Yeah,
You were
we
eating
had to,
tongue.
and then she didn't tell us
You had
until
to.
after we ate it. And we were like, "What is this?" And she wouldn't
She's like,
tell
"Ooh,
us
this is
until.
good."
Like, oh, yeah,
It tastes like
Who
chicken.
cooks? I can't remember. I was less than 10 years old.
Well,
But who cooks a cow's tongue?
Poor people. Yeah, they have to use every bit of that
Come
animal.
on,
That's where it
really?
came from.
For
Yeah.
something, I just can't eat. I felt like it was just gonna, like right out the package, just
No.
lick, just
No.
from here to
No.
here.
no.
Like I've never been so mesmerized and disgusted. Like you want to look away, but you just can't move.
Like,
I mean, do we leave anything?
no, of
on
course
the cow
not.
or the pig?
The hoof. No.
They even
No.
have jam that comes from that.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
From what?
They get it out the toe. The toe
Yeah.
jam.
Shut
and you
up.
spread it on
They
bread.
Jam. To jam.
Where'd you get
He
him
got
from?
the movies. I got the music. He got a movie for everything. I got a song for everything. That's why we are entertainers.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
As long as people laugh with us and not at us, we're good, right?
Laugh at me, I understand.
Like, who cares? Like,
it don't
it's
matter.
good.
Exactly.
I understand. Look, it's happened
Laughter
to me
does the
all
heart like medicine.
There you go.
So if you're laughing at me, that's fine. It's strengthening your heart. You're going to live longer. So that's my contribution
To your health.
Okay,
See,
there we
saved
go.
you a trip to the
All right.
doctor.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So I guess that's tip number 2. Laugh.
Laugh.
Okay. Yes.
Can you break a sweat laughing? Can you?
absolutely
I think you can.
Burn a calorie?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
I
think
feel
that's
like if you can laugh till you cry, that's sweat running out your eyes. So,
True.
I'm a tough trainer, and I always tell people that I traded in my tear ducts for sweat glands. So I got 2 sweat glands right here, so I'm never emotional. That's just me sweating.
That's just your sweat.
That's just me
I got
sweating.
it. I got it. I might have to take that one.
I trademarked it. Pay me
Right.
my money.
Okay, fine.
Now you have to turn it into like aesthetically challenged.
Yeah.
These are sweat marsupials coming out. Liquid formation.
Watch what you say.
Right.
Yes.
Because remember Trump used to tried to get "You're Fired" trademarked. He did his reality show thing, and he would say "You're fired," and he tried to get it trademarked.
Right.
They knocked it down. They said you couldn't do it because it was too common of a phrase.
Yeah.
But he literally tried to get it trademarked, so nobody could ever say "You're fired."
Like, we're gonna have to
without
let
paying
you
him.
go.
Yeah.
We're going to have to let you go.
Right,
I do
right.
not need you
That's
anymore.
crazy.
You are immediately
He
dismissed.
loves those words.
Goodbye.
Permanently.
Yeah.
Permanently.
You're permanently goodbye.
You are permanently goodbye.
Go away and don't come back.
Ever.
King of fire.
See you later.
I would be like, you are free. No, go. You're free. You're done.
You're bye. I don't want to see you again ever.
Because if you are bound to a 9 to 5, you are a slave to that job. There's a requirement. There's consequences if that is your everyday lifestyle. Now, granted,
Actually,
some people
indentured servant.
right, because you do get
Because
something,
you get something in exchange for it. So, yeah.
But I realized I was talking to my
Even though
brother.
it's not enough
Right.
in a lot of cases.
I was talking to my brother, and we realized that there are some people that that is all they're going to be, and we're so grateful for them.
yes.
Because at least I know that when I call, somebody gonna pick up.
But
it used to be. Now is if you like to place a call, please hang up. No, when telemarketers call me,
Yeah.
thank you for calling. The next available customer representative will be right with you. Your call is important to us. Please hold, and they hang up because that's how I literally answer when they say scam likely.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And they're like, called another business.
I like that. I like that.
Like, all right, I'm done with her. I don't want to play with her anymore.
Like, that's a business? I thought that was a... And then I'll try again. Thank you for calling. Your call is important to us. Please hold, and our next available representative will be right with you. Listen to the music. And then I'll just put it on.
She put a whole lot of thought into that,
I
didn't she?
do.
Yes.
And if they're still there at the end, I might answer that then.
And then I'm like, Mone makabisai, konnichiwa, taho, Mitsubishi,
And what language is
kimchi. Ain't no language. That's a bunch
It's
of
just
different
random
names.
words.
Mitsubishi, kimchi, Hong Kong fooey.
Like some food names.
Oh, I can eat. Yeah.
But aren't we trained in the educational system and at home, in our growing up years to expect a job and
Of course.
yeah.
That is why our educational system was actually created. Literally,
Yeah.
schools.
Oh, I totally
were created.
Totally believe you.
To find skilled laborers to work in the factories. So the people that were being hired, they just couldn't get the 1 + 1 together and that kind of thing, and they couldn't read and that kind of stuff. So the employers literally started a school to teach people how they can be better employees for the factory.
Right.
And then that's how the whole educational system literally was
Right.
created, to basically teach people to be better employees.
Right. Right.
So that when you
That's what
graduate,
it's all about.
guess what?
Get a job.
You can get you a job
Well, they don't do
and
that
pay you
anymore.
minimum wage.
No.
No, they actually do that.
Oh, they're awful.
Go
at
through
it.
the educational system,
Yeah.
get your degree,
Yeah,
and we'll pay
well.
you minimum wage.
Yeah, to do nothing.
Yeah.
And not
Paper,
even what you
plastic.
studied for. So
Right, yeah,
exactly.
well, yeah.
How to flip a burger, how to fry some fries. That's what
Yeah.
they do. But until you can break out of that mindset, you punch a clock for the rest of your life.
Right.
It's true. Yep.
Absolutely.
Family, we're going to go to break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to talk more with Amanda about her fitness and pork rind regime. And Sherri regarding her real estate. And the aesthetically challenged homes. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to the Property Growth Hour here on WDRB Media.
The voice of the community.
Again. It's hot in here. Our bodies multiply.